What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again. We got some very exciting news here today, and it is to talk about the InArt Pennywise figure that is supposedly released. Queen Studios InArt told me recently this Pennywise should be releasing soon. However, apparently there's been a leak, and we're going to take a look, discuss that leak today in all of its glory, because we have InArt Pennywise apparently released as of August 31st, 2023. But boys and girls, we are going to look into this and investigate, because Alexandrov Dmitry has apparently become a whistleblower, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the, let's see, Pennywise InArt figure. We got some very low res photos. So guys, again, I'm blowing this all the way up because these are apparently leaked photos, low res. InArt has not made a public post yet about Pennywise. Apparently it is being announced soon. It could even come later today, tonight, tomorrow, sometime soon. But however, for the time being, we have some leaked low res photos that appear very legitimate. I have reached out to InArt. I have not received comment yet on whether these are legitimate photos. The authenticity of the photos is still in question. However, they look legitimate to me, to the untrained eye. They look legitimate to me. Maybe they're fake. Who knows? We're going to discuss in this video. But you can see here, this is the teeth head sculpt from InArt. It appears to be shipping again soon. And again, Queen InArt did tell me that they are planning to ship this Pennywise any day now. They said that announcements should be going out soon. So I'm going to assume these are probably real. I'm under the assumption that these are probably legitimate because InArt literally told me that the Pennywise is about to ship. And these photos look legitimate. They just look like leaks, like low res leaks. But you can see all the updated head sculpts here with the Pennywise. Those look legitimate. You got the InArt logo there. Guys, I'm a little bit concerned. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I'm going to zoom all the way out on this. I'm a little bit concerned because when I look at the tailoring on this specific figure, I have some questions because I got to look back at Pennywise in the film, but I'm looking at my Prime 1 figure. Yes, the suit was a bit bulky. It was a little bit large, but it still is pretty well tailored. This one actually looks very interesting. It seems like they fixed the collar. They've gone the opposite of what Hot Toys did, where the collar was sitting too low and the neck was showing too much. They've gone a little bit beyond that. And now the collar almost looks like it's too big and his head's kind of like sunken in. Prime 1 did it right. Like the head actually fits on the body and goes over the collar in a way where it's this chin sits like nice and snug. And it's not sort of like hiding underneath, so to speak. The tailoring also, yes, Bill Skarsgård is pretty thin. He's pretty tall and lean. However, it does look a little baggy in the figure here. Like the shoulders look a little bit baggy and the overall tailoring is a little bit questionable. But again, these are photos that, that are just final photos, so to speak. So maybe when you get it in hand, you can futz it a little bit. But I am a little bit hesitant to say that the tailoring on this one is the best that InArt has done. But I guess we'll see when the product hits the shores here and you get it in hand. But right now, I'm a little bit concerned. Let's just say I'm on alert. It's a little bit sus because the tailoring to me does look a little bit off. It looks a little bit baggy. It looks a little bit different than the prototype, which I will show. You can see the little cards that they included originally with this figure. This was never a heavily accessorized figure. They had like a balloon, a boat, and a couple pictures and the base, and that's pretty much the gist of it. So yeah, Alexandrov Dmitry, thank you so much for leaking the photos, being the InArt whistleblower, because as of me recording this video, I've not seen InArt post anything about this. Guys, I want to take a look at the prototype. So let's look back at the prototype. This is on spec because Kit doesn't have it in stock anymore, so I can't pull it up there. So I'm going to pull it up on spec. Let's look at the prototype, right? I mean, at least in these photos, yes, there was some bagginess, but again, maybe it comes down to the posing or maybe the angle, maybe the photography. Because if you look at these photos, everything looks pretty, like it's baggy, but also snug in the right ways. I think I still see some of that stuff, but I think this one looks a lot better. And look at the collar on this one. This is actually how the collar should be sitting. It's massive, but the head kind of goes over the collar, not underneath the collar. Maybe again, it's a matter of photography, posing, futzing, whatever. But to me, the prototype definitely had better photography, and it looks like the figure might have been better in the prototype, but I guess we're going to see. I am going to be reviewing this boy. I'm very excited to get him in hand, and yeah, I really can't wait to see more. But if I'm looking at the final product versus the prototype, I'm just thinking, yeah, there appear to be some noticeable difference. So we got final product, and that's prototype. So let me get to an actual better photo of like him without the teeth and such. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's the wide shot there of him with the regular head sculpt on, and the pose is a little bit different, obviously, right? But then of course this is the final, right? Doesn't the head look like it's too low? Something looks wrong. Like the neck or the head looks something off there. I don't know. This could be something that we're gonna have to discuss more. But I mean, this one a little bit better. The collar looks pretty fucking massive though. So I don't know. I mean, this could be a situation where we're just gonna have to see how this goes. But overall, I mean, it's Pennywise, so I'll probably still end up being happy. But I gotta say, these leaked photos, whether they are legitimate or not, they sure as hell look legitimate to me though. I'm a little bit suspect about the tailoring on this one. I want to see how it turns out, so I don't want to jump to an entire conclusion yet, but I will say, judging by the final photos, if you compare this to Gandalf, you compare this to Joker, I would say the final photos are a little bit of a letdown here, but I want to see something a little more official come out. But look, InArt has told me already that they plan to make an announcement about Pennywise soon, and this looks like legitimate photos to me. So I don't know, guys. We're gonna see. Maybe these were trash photos before they reposed it and had better ones, but you know, it could require some futzing. I guess only time will tell. But look, this was never going to be the most popular InArt figure to begin with, and I think in very likelihood it's been the least popular one. But at the end of the day, man, look, it's still an expensive figure. If you bought the deluxe version from spec, you probably spent around what, like $600 for this? That's, you know, and you bought it from Kit, it was probably like, I think it was like $525 or something. So Kit was definitely the better deal on this one. But yeah, I don't know, guys. You're gonna have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below, whether you're considering picking up this Pennywise. Again, this was never the most accessorized figure, but again, it could just be a matter of photography. I don't want to jump again to too drastic of conclusions, but when you look at the original prototype and then you look at the final product for the other one, for the Pennywise figure, then yeah, it's a little questionable. I mean, look at that. Look how the head sculpt, break my keyboard in anticipation. Look how this sits on the body right here. It sits on the neck and the collar sits on the head. Like it just, I don't know. It's just a little bit better, I don't think. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested to see how this shakes out, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I just think, I don't know. I have a little bit of reservations, but how many times have we done this with collecting, right? We see a figure, we think, oh man, you know what? That looks like absolute ass. And then we get it in hand and it's a lot better than we thought it was going to be. So I think we did that with Killmonger. We did that with Ray. We did that with, what else? The Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio, definitely that was a little bit better in hand. None of them are perfect, but yeah, we always kind of panic at first and then until things get in hand, and then we generally prefer them and like that view a little bit better. So yeah, guys, I'm interested to see what you guys think about this. Let me know. But as of now, these apparently seem to be news that Pennywise is releasing any day now. So it should be shipping pretty much any day now. I've not heard anything from Kit, but InArt, like I said, did mention that. So yeah, I mean, I guess we shall see. But again, if this is true and Pennywise is about to ship, then that means that InArt would have gotten, I guess, 3 figures out in the span of about a year and a half. Now we're starting to talk. Now we're starting to move a little bit. InArt's starting to get a little more productive. It just depends how this Pennywise comes out. Because look, if the Joker figure came out good and Gandalf came out good, but Pennywise comes out a little mid or not that great, 2 for 3 ain't bad, but it's not the start that InArt was hoping for. Pennywise ain't the character that's really going to get everyone up in arms. However, I do feel it is important to pretty much knock these first 5 to 10 figures out of the park, so then everyone gets a lot of confidence. InArt's riding high, but if you don't, you could have a situation on your hands where people start to get upset about or boycott because the figures are so expensive. Not that Hot Toys artisan figures aren't, but yeah, you got to make sure these figures are really, really good because they cost a lot. And once these collectors have a limited budget, and we got to make sure they're top tier. And this Pennywise could very well be. I'm just going off low res photos right now. And you know, I'm a huge Pennywise fan regardless, but I'm just thinking about some of the proportions and the collar and such. It just, maybe just the posing here just looks a little bit off in this. And it almost seems like the collar sits too high or there's too many layers or something going on there. But you know, again, it could be a matter of posing, or it could just be a problem. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see. I don't want to jump to too many drastic conclusions, but yeah, is what we got for now, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really excited to see more, but I'm gonna be getting this Pennywise. I'm gonna be reviewing it. I'm gonna be showcasing y'all all the stuff that has to do with Pennywise. That said, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. Bye. Peace out. See you later. Bye. Bye. I'm going back to work now. Bye.